What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to FBA Capital. And today I'm bringing you guys another weekly market breakdown on none other than NAS100. And without further ado, we're gonna get right on into these charts. So what I'm firstly gonna do is we're gonna start off on the higher time frame. So let me go to the higher time frame right now. It might have a markup, but I might just delete it. Yeah, I'm just delete it just like this. Take these off right now. And we're gonna go all the way to the weekly chart. And this is the highest time frame we're gonna start off on, and we're gonna go slowly lower from here. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to mark up last week's highs and last week's lows. So we have the low, which is right here because the market closed when it was really bearish. So it kept moving lower when it closed. So that's why there's not a big wick or anything. So we got the weekly low. Then we got the weekly high, which is going to be all the way at the top of this wick. Here we do have a wick compared to the bottom where we don't. But even then, this is a small wick for this high. Let me get all the way down here. As you can see, there is a small wick here. I mean, there is a small wick on this one, but it's minuscule. It's almost like it's not there. But now that we have the weekly highs and weekly lows, we basically know that overall we're bearish based off last week's candle being bearish. And we know that more than likely price is going to want to continue moving bearish. And at some point, I think we're going to have a move up into this weekly low, or maybe even come a little bit higher, have a retracement of some sort. Because if you want to do something something like this, you go pull your fib from this high. I'm going to use the body to where price currently is. Price is, did the market open already? Yeah, the market's already open. So as like this, you could expect potential retracement if this doesn't keep going lower from here, but it could. So I'm not going to pull a fib, but basically we have that. Now we're going to go down to our daily time frame. So based off the higher time frame, the weekly, we know that there's a high chance that price is more than likely going to continue bearish. So what is something we would like to see? Based off this right now, what do I see? We have these two last up candles for this down move. And if you also look at where we are price wise, 13,000 is right in there. So that is going to be an area that I'm going to be paying attention to due to the fact that we have two confirmations there. Also, if you pull a fib from this very high to this low, you can see there's a few fib levels that line up, the 38.20% and the 62% up here. The 79 is all the way up there, but that's if price has a retracement. And if price retraces that high, is more than likely going to try to come in and fill this fair value gap that we have right above these highs. Right in here. So there's a gap in here. That's where we'll likely go, but I don't think we'll make it all the way up there this week. Maybe in the coming weeks, but as of right now, look where price is coming into. We're coming into this area where these last three down candles for this up move. So if you also look at where we are price wise, we have 12,400, and then we have 12,200 all the way down here. Didn't mean to do that. Right there. So as of right now, based off what price is looking like, we did have this big uptrend. So there is a chance that we do continue, because all of this down movement could just be filling in this fair value gaps and gaps that it has in these areas to continue going higher, because we did get a break of structure. So there is a chance that price is still going to continue bullish. So let's pull a fib from the bottom of this move. I'm going to pull it to the high. You can see the 38.20% level did get ran through. So as of right now, we have the 62% to 79% all the way down here, in which price could still potentially make a run down to. So in that case, it just keeps going with our bearish bias. And if you also look at that 12,200 area, that 12,200 area is right where we have the 62% for that fib. So that is something to keep in mind. So just like that, and that is going to be our higher time frame analysis. I'm not going to go down to the 4 hour. I like to keep the higher time frame with the daily, the weekly. But as of right now, the targets for liquidity wise based off higher time frames are going to be these highs, these lows, and these short-term lows right here. And this right here with the fair value gap potentially, but I'm not going to add too many lines in this area. That's really it. So the two areas that I'm going to be really paying attention to are going to be around that 13,000 to 13,200 area, and then right down here at this 12, what is this? Get rid of this one. 12,200 all the way down here. But other than that, something that could happen is we could maybe come a little bit lower, get a retracement to keep coming lower, to maybe consolidate potentially, due to, if you look to the left, there's a lot of consolidation here, before potentially push higher. That is what I personally think we'll get. But now we're going to go down to the lower time frame and see what we have on intraday. So now that we're here, we're going to go to the 15-minute time frame, and I'm going to put these indicators. And if you don't know what these indicators are, basically these horizontal lines are just indicating where the 12 a.m. open is and the 12 a.m. midnight. So 12 a.m. New York time. We have this line over here. Let me get rid of that. And then this dotted line in the middle is just showing the open. So the open for that area. If you see over here, New York midnight open. So 12 p.m. well, a.m. midnight. That is what this is. And that's showing the opening price. So there's always something I always did manually. I would put the 12 a.m. but now I have an indicator for it. So there you go. So firstly, we're going to start off by getting these highs. This is the previous day's high from the Friday where we closed. And we're going to get the previous day's low, which was all the way down here. As you can see, we had a very, 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 very bearish Friday. Big reversal. Was not expecting this, but I think it has something to do with news. I am not 100% sure. But as you can see, and we also have these Asian session ranges that we are going to potentially look for price to retrace into. So what I'm going to keep in mind is I'm going to keep in mind this high and this low right here. And I'm going to pull a fib from it. Why? Because this is the previous day's high and previous day's low. And these are going to be areas that price is likely to retrace to and have reactions. So as of right now, what do I see? Based off this time frame, I see that we have a fair value gap right in here, right in between this 70.50% and 62%. And then right in here, we had the 38.20% level right at 12,700. Big figure. If I'm also seeing right up here, we have that 13,000 area. Here, 13,000, and then 13,900 in here. So those are the main price levels that I'm probably going to be watching out for. Mainly this area up here around 13,000 to 12,900, because there's a lot of confirmation here. And if you also look to the left, we have this area of consolidation, which is within this area. And as you can see, these Asian session ranges were all in and around the 12,900 area. So there's a lot of volume in that area. So that's something to keep in mind, where price is likely to have a retracement or make another run to. So now that we have that, that's really it in my opinion. There's only so much you can kind of do right now since price is so extended. It's a matter of just waiting as of right now. It's just a matter of waiting to see what price does, because as of right now, I wouldn't do nothing. I wouldn't sell and I wouldn't buy because you have no reason to buy yet. But what I do think could happen is we might stay around this 12,500 area, maybe consolidate before potentially moving higher going into this week. But as of right now, this is what I think will happen. I think we'll continue bearish short term. Well, kind of long term, I say week or two bearishness, in my opinion. Let's go back to higher time frame. Week or two, in my opinion, because we do have to come down to, I say, 12,200. So we'll give it some time. It could happen this week, could not. But as of right now, just be patient. Don't do anything. Wait till tomorrow morning at least to look for a potential trade. But that's really it. That's all I have for you guys. And appreciate you guys watching this video. If you found it helpful in any way, shape, or form, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video. And also make sure you check out the podcast, episode 1 and episode 2. And I have episode 3 coming out soon. That's all going to be in the description. With that being said, everyone be safe, stay productive, and let's have a good week.